Farmer and rancher I'd like to thank is my dad, Tracy Fruit, my grandpa, Lee Fruit. They've taught me a lot about just ranching, just taking care of animals, putting up hay. After I moved up to Glendive, Tomry and Timry took me under their wing, and I've been helping them a lot, and I've learned a lot from those two. And a farmer I'd like to thank is Nickery. So thank you guys for everything you've done for me.
A farmer that has had an impact on my life is my dad, because he's a hard worker and he's taught me a lot of my core values. Thank you, Dad.
So a farmer or rancher that has impacted me, I would have to say would be my parents and grandparents. Just growing up in the Western lifestyle, they've taught me the value of hard work, dependability, responsibility, and those are things that I use every day.
A rancher who had an impact on my life is my dad, because he introduced me to livestock, so I'd like to thank him.
I'd like to thank Scott Nisley for all the long hours that he puts in with the men's basketball program here at Dawson Community College and also on the farm. We really appreciate it. We truly value your work ethic and all that you do. Thank you, Scott.
I would like to thank my agricultural instructor, Katie Garrett, for expanding my knowledge in the agricultural field and just opening up new opportunities for me. And I would also like to thank one of my old buddies, Nick, for always having my back and helping me throughout my classes and stuff.
Hi, I would like to thank my grandpa, Dale Feldman. He is a rancher in Webo, Montana. And also like to thank all the rest of the farmers and ranchers that we have in Webo and surrounding communities. Thanks, Grandpa.
Person who I would like to thank that's in agriculture in my life is Zane Dempy-Wolf. He's given me a lot of experience riding colts, even working with the few head of cows that he has. And I'd just like to say thank you, Zane.
A farmer / rancher who have impacted my life come from the Engle Ranch, located here in Glendive, Montana, out on Marsh Road. If you've ever had the opportunity to drive the river bottom, my father-in-law owns quite a lot of that land and up Sand Creek, and he raises cattle and sheep. And what's impactful for me is I've been born and raised in Glendive, Montana, married into ranchers now, and it's giving my children an opportunity to do things that I didn't have an opportunity to do because we don't have the access just to go out to the land whenever we want, and also have the ability to instill some hard labor into my kids that they need to be able to grow in the society that we have right now with technology advances. Is my kids don't always get to sit and put their face into the phone. They get to go out and shear sheep, which is an example of what they did this morning, or go help lambing, go clean the pens, fix the fence, help with the calving. There's just a lot of good resources and learning experiences that come from having this in our life, and I'm just very thankful for Skeeter Engel, Amaya Inigo, and Gary Engel, because they're helping my kids grow into an atmosphere that they may never have been able to experience. So thank you.
Thanks to area farmers and ranchers for supporting our local community.
So I'd like to just thank all of our farmers and ranchers. They truly are essential workers. They've kept us fed and clothed through this whole pandemic. And just thanks for all of you, all your support during this ag week.
Rancher that I would like to thank is Katie Carrier, because she's an awesome ag instructor, so thank you, Katie.
The farmer rancher that's had the most impact in my life is my dad. I grew up on a farm all 23 years. I actually moved home to the farm, so I still live with my parents and help out on the farm and stuff. And he taught me a lot, he gave me that work ethic that it's got to be done no matter what, no matter how you're feeling. You're tired, you don't care, you go do it anyway because it's got to be done. But yeah, he's had the most impact on my life for sure. So thank you, Dad.
I have a couple ranchers I'd like to thank. First, I'd like to thank my dad for teaching me just about everything I know, and Grandpa too. He's taken me under his wing and really taught me a lot about cattle. I'd like to thank him both, so thank you guys.
I want to thank Ty Zimdars for always being a huge supporter of DCC and the Glendive community. He's a great resource for our egg program. And thanks, Ty.
The farmer and rancher that I would like to thank in my life is my dad, Roger. He has given me He has taught me the value of hard work and given me the opportunity to pursue my dreams in agriculture.
So I would like to thank my ag students. They have really pushed me this semester in not only expanding their knowledge but also my knowledge. They have really challenged me in a good way, but also I would really like to thank them for keeping me young and on my toes. So thank you, students.
Farmers and ranchers are the backbone of this great nation and this great community that we live in. I would like to thank them all for the food on my table and the clothes on my back.
I'd like to thank my parents for teaching me all that I know about agriculture, and I'd like to thank Katie Carrier, my ag instructor, and I'd like to thank my rodeo coach, Shaylee Hance, for helping me with rodeo and all that she does for us.
I'd like to thank all the farmers and ranchers in my life. I'd like to start out with my dad, Dave, and my uncle, Tom Winchell, and then also my in-laws, Jim and Bill Gentry. I'd say out of all the life lessons that I've learned from these folks, the biggest one is perseverance. Doesn't matter, on a daily basis, farmers are faced with all sorts of challenges, whether it be market prices, weather, or equipment breakdowns. They get up the next day and do what it takes to get the job done. So I would recommend anybody who is inexperienced with farming, just spend a day with a farmer or rancher. You'd be surprised at the lessons you might learn and how your outlook on life might change. Thanks, farmers.